Roger Goodell says they expect not partially full stadiums, not limited capacity, full stadiums, 2021, full stadiums, coast to coast, all teams, full stadiums. That's a long way away, but and right now you can't really say we're making progress because it's kind of gone the wrong way recently with the pandemic. But as more and more people get vaccinated, I'd like to think by Labor Day weekend. God, if we don't get this thing under control by then, we really are screwed. But I think there's reason for optimism that by the time September, October, November, December roll around, we'll be in a position where folks can go to these games. Enough people will be vaccinated. We'll be getting closer and closer to herd immunity, if not already there, by virtue of the vaccinations and the other dynamics related to the pandemic. So hopefully he's right. Hopefully the expectations of the NFL, which has access to some of the best medical minds in the world, hopefully their prediction will come to fruition.
They certainly don't seem afraid to, push the limits a little bit, and I do think, last year they even said at one point in the spring that, they were expecting full stadiums. So they're always.
I don't think they said that. I don't think they ever said last year they expect full stadiums during the 2020 season.
All right.
No, Pete's giving us fake news. There were never reports that the NFL expected full stadiums. There was optimism that
maybe
things would be gotten under control by then, that the testing methods would be better than they ended up being. It took a long time to develop the right kind of testing so you could have confidence that the virus wasn't going to be spread around a locker room. I mean, the problem was the NFL did a far better job of limiting the spread of the virus than the rest of the world did.
Definitely.
Remember, by the end of the season, you weren't worried about guys spreading it in the facility.
No.
What you were worried about was guys getting it when they left the facility.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's where we were at. And I mean, to what you said, Mike, it seems like we are going in the right direction to a degree. The vaccines, herd immunity, all of that seems positive. I also think the give a crap factor has also gone down a little bit too. I just do feel like people have kind of loosened up, don't care, or at their wits' end with it a little bit too, to where that's causing some problems.
Dangerous attitude.
Yeah,
dangerous attitude. We don't endorse that.
No, but I do sense that more now. Than it's getting nicer out, those type of things. So we'll see. But I think the great thing is we'll get a good feel for how they handle the draft being outside in Cleveland. That hopefully can be a little bit of a jump-off spot to give everybody more confidence to be a part of those type of things. And I don't know, Mike. I mean, what's your feel? What's your gut tell you? You think that we can be full stadiums week 1, in September for NFL football?
I think in places like Texas and Florida, there will be, regardless of what's going on with the pandemic.
Right.
I think the question is in the states where politically it's been more locked down for good reason.
Yeah.
Because the situation has been serious, continues to be serious. It's going to be a bit of a tougher sell. And I think part of the hope is that the NFL can speak it into existence in the states where the local and state governments may be less inclined to give the green light to have a full stadium. I think that is the pressure point to watch going forward. Let me make one observation too. And I'm just going to say this. I'm not making a political commentary. Nothing about this should be political. The fact that some states have ditched the mask requirement has made people in the states where the mask requirement is still in effect far less likely to comply. That's very unfortunate. Just because Texas and Alabama or wherever else is saying you don't have to wear a mask, you don't live in Texas or Alabama if you live in a state that says you have to wear a mask. But, Chris, I go out on a very limited basis still. I've had one Pfizer shot. I'm getting the other one tomorrow. I'm still very careful about where I go and what I do, and I always wear the mask for myself and out of respect to everyone else. And I'm seeing when I go out and more and more people, the hell with the mask. And it's like, what? Wait a minute. Nothing's changed here in West Virginia. There's still a mask mandate, but I think as other states start saying no mask, people think, oh, what the hell? I don't need to wear it either.
I think so, yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people are seeing that. It's springtime. The weather's gotten nicer. People are all thinking, hey, people are getting vaccinated. The world's healthier out there, those type of things. I see it too. Not that I see anything egregious, but, you go down the street a month ago and everybody was wearing a mask. Now I feel like you could be walking down the street and you'll see a few people that, they have a mask in their hand or they got a mask, but they're not wearing it right now because they're outside and they're just going to try to keep their distance and do that. You know, I mean, I mean, I understand some people are going to do that, but you're right. I mean, we're not out of this yet. And, you know, especially up here in this area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, you know, all the rates have gone up again here. So we'll see. I mean, we're certainly not out of this, but you know, the vaccinations, the amount we're doing, that's all positive, and, you know, hopefully it will turn the corner here soon.
All right, they got the full season in 2020, which no one expected to happen. No one, even the most optimistic, would have never imagined all games being played. Now, there was some shuffling that had to be done, but all regular season games played, all postseason games played, capped by a Super Bowl in Tampa where the Buccaneers won.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.